For the last couple of weeks, Steam has been getting sued by a lot of people, from the FBI to not having a music license, or my favorite, promoting online gambling. With these two games, you can tell that the person who's behind that lawsuit is very smart and definitely not retarded. Right now, a lot of people are upset for Steam because the crap that it's going through right now, but the same thing cannot be said about a year ago. Because a year ago, everyone was pissed at Steam. And this is where I have to put a warning. So warning, if you're very uncomfortable with the topic of SA, I recommend you don't watch this video. But if you still want to watch the video, you have been warned. Enough with that, yippity hoppity hoo, let's begin. So, 1 year ago, on Steam, a game was released by the name of No Mercy. Now, if you don't know what No Mercy is, you're lucky. But because you're watching this video, you're unlucky and I'm gonna tell you what the game is, if that makes sense. So the game No Mercy is one of those like story click games that you've seen before around ages here and there. But besides it being like those type of games, the premise of the game is that you have to force your way with your family. Basically, I'm getting my information from Steam itself. I found this screenshot when No Mercy was still up on Steam, and you can tell what the premise of the game is about by just reading this shit. And after No Mercy was on Steam, a lot of people got pissed. From people making videos to Venomous, even one Venomous group got involved, but we'll talk about them later on. But here's the thing, in this entire situation, one question was going through my mind. And that is, why did No Mercy get so much attention? And before people start sending me death threats or calling me out, yes, I know that the premise of the game is screwed up, but my point is that why did this game get so much attention? My point is that there's worse stuff out there that you can access without a PC or a laptop. So in this part of the video, I'm going to be talking about worse games that they're out there, worse than No Mercy in my opinion, and also certain accounts that promote even worse crap that you can easily find on TikTok or on YouTube. Let's start with the games. The games I'm going to be talking about, you can easily play them in any platform. You can access these games on your iPad, your phone, your computer, hell, even your consoles. But on the other hand, No Mercy was only limited to PCs. Now some people might say, oh Jancy, what about emulators? Sure, maybe that would work, but I highly doubt that watching a YouTube tutorial that has an emulator or just looking up freaking on Google, yeah, there's a good chance that they might give you a virus. But if you want a virus, then sure, go ahead. But even if you had a PC and a Steam account, let alone the fact that the game cost money. But with that out of the way, the platform that we're going to be talking about is Newgrounds. Now, everyone knows that Newgrounds is the birthplace of Friday Night Funkin' because of his catchy songs or the BTS collab. But before Newgrounds was beloved by everyone because it had Friday Night Funkin', Newgrounds was very controversial for having weird things, including some games. Like for example, Pico School. For this new generation, a lot of people think that Pico originally came from Friday Night Funkin', but no, if you do a quick Google search or just look around Newgrounds of the older games, you will know that Pico School was a controversial game. But here's the thing, the games that I'm going to be showing you, no one has not talked about them. No one has not made a video about them, no one has not, called them out or anything like that. Apparently, if you upload something to Newgrounds, people just turn a blind eye. So this might be the first time you even hear about these games because like I said, no one hasn't talked about them. But enough with that, let's begin with the first game. Before we start, I'm just going to say that I'm going to try my best to censor the names of these damn games because I don't want to bring too much attention to them. The only attention that they should be getting is backlash and not people being curious like, that looks pretty fun, I should try it out. But yeah, let's start with the first game. In the description, it doesn't really give you that much information on the game. I mean a little bit by just saying, you do all of this in the nude. But what I find it weird that it doesn't mention anything of at all. I mean, some people might say, oh, why would it? But shouldn't it mention it? I mean, it has the hashtag for it. So at that point, if the game has the hashtag of shouldn't it just make sense just to mention it at that point? I'm getting off topic here. Who knows? Probably I'm wrong. The premise of this game is you're a delivery woman who goes out and does deliveries. And one fatal day, after screwing up and not trying to hit a cat, you end up destroying a package. You go to the customer's house, who's by the looks of it loaded, and also given the name Important Client. You can tell that they put too much effort into those names. But this is where it gets weird. By the gameplay, it seems like, oh, he's gonna do something bad here. But it's kind of weird here. Instead of paying for the destroyed package, you end up partners. Partners in what, you may ask? Well, in an app that he was developing. The app lets you do so much weird things, but the catch is that you have to be nude. If you're wondering, is there a way how to play the game without doing what you have to do? No, basically you're forced to get naked. Well, after leaving the tutorial, you go outside nude. And what's weird about this game is that it puts the character in the side running nude. But the enemies in this game are men. And that is the catch. If a guy sees you, he has his way with you. So that's basically the plot of the game and also the gameplay. The creator made another game before releasing this one, and believe it or not, these games were released back in 2020. Do you remember anyone complaining about this certain game back then? No, I never heard of it before, until now. I suppose this is just a small demo of the game, because I didn't really play too much of it. I just got to the tutorial, I'm like, yeah, screw this, I'm dipping. Because I got a little bit uncomfortable for the premise of the game. Because who's playing this game to dodge men? You know damn well that most of the people who are playing this game are doing it for the other reason. Now, like I was saying, I think it's a demo because the creator has a Patreon, yippee, that I suppose you can get the full game. And I think they've released multiple games on their Patreon. Well, you look at that. You can find games on Patreon. Amazing. But what I find concerning are the reviews. Let alone the fact that the game got a 4.10 review on Newgrounds, almost a 5-star. But the reviews themselves, you can tell that the persons who left them, they have high IQ. Let alone the fact that some people are saying, oh, I love it, oh, so cool, so cute. Or people asking for advice like, hey, how do you beat this part of the game? Even asking if there's updates coming to the game on Newgrounds. But there was one comment that you can really tell that was made by a pro gooner. And you know what? If we're gonna see this comment, we have to do it the right way.
Not gonna lie, really incredible. Run fast, sneak around, do dirty jobs. Man, really a thrilling game. Gotta say, it's quite immersive for such a simple game. You don't want to get caught, you want to do everything fast, and getting well, that for those who like it. I'll try to do a virgin run. According to a comment I saw, it is possible.
Now, after making fun of that person who left that retarded comment, in fact, the game never got any backlash besides this one I just saw, but by the looks of it, I think he's just more questioning it. But here's the thing, this game has been released since 2020, almost a couple of years now, and it doesn't get any backlash or any big attention like No Mercy did? That's kind of interesting if you think about it. Well, enough with this retarded game, let's talk about the next one. The next game we're going to be talking about is a fighting game. But here's the weird thing about it. The creator made 4 of them, but we're only gonna talk about 2 of them. So the game goes like this. You're a character who has to fight a female character, depending on what type of game you're playing from this damn person. So the gameplay is that you fight, and after the female character kicks your ass, you buy upgrades to improve yourself. But this is where it gets screwed up. Once you beat that female character, you get to her. And like I said, the creator made 4 of these damn games that have the same premise. But there was one game that caught my attention, but also was kind of screwed up. And that is that there's a game he made where it has the same premise, but you go against a character from My Hero Academia. And after doing a quick Google search, I found out that she is 16. So let alone the fact that the game itself is messed up for the premise, but what's even messed up about it is you're going against a teenager. And this is where the game takes a dark turn. Once you beat her, you are given 2 options. Option 1 is to spare, and option 2 is to rape. If you choose the first option and you fight her again, it forces you to rape her. Well, after recording that shitty gameplay, I want to bleach my eyes. But this is what I find completely stupid. Let alone the fact that the creator made 4 of these damn games back in 2020, but at the same time, these games are demos. Yes, all of these games are demos, and if you want to play the full version, you gotta sign up to their Patreon. I'm starting to see a disturbing pattern of games being on Patreon. So, let me get this straight. If you want to upload something like this, do it on Newgrounds, make it into a demo, and release the full game on Patreon. Apparently, if you want to upload stuff, do it on Patreon. And just like the last game, it doesn't get cancelled. You don't see any big creators or any TikTokers or anyone complaining about this game. The only thing that I saw where people were just complaining about this game is the gameplay itself. From people saying it doesn't deserve a Patreon or other stuff like this. So let alone the fact that people are just ignoring the premise that, oh, the game has but at the same time, they're complaining about the gameplay. You can tell that the people who are leaving these comments under these games are very smart. But what's more concerning is that when you look up, there is multiple games. Not just one or two. No. There is multiples. So let alone the fact that there's more games out there and there's a good chance that most of these creators probably have Patreons that where you can get the full game. But here's the thing that is weird. These games have been released for years at this point, but they've never got any backlash. But No Mercy, on the other hand, just gets released and everyone starts talking about it. But if you think this is weird enough, let me show you the next thing. For the last couple of years, there has been accounts promoting NSFW games. Now, it's nothing new to see people talk about those type of games, but the games that these accounts are talking about, they're really disturbing. These are the two accounts that we're going to be mentioning, and I'm surprised these people have not been cancelled yet. They've been making videos for at least a while now, and somehow they're still going. Well, let's start with the videos. Most of the games that he talks about or promote are like games that you probably see people talking about on Twitter or making those weird edits from like Overwatch, femboys, or even furries. But that's just like 5% of the videos. The other 5% are disturbing. And you wanna know why? Because most of them feature Most of these games are fucking disturbing, to be honest. Let alone the fact that some of them shows that they're sleeping or they're doing something normal. Or hell, there's even one that looks like it's in the style of No Mercy. But that's like most of the games that this bastard talks about. And the same thing can go for the other account. He has videos with the same premise of the games. And they're out here promoting all of these games like some rich guy giving out free candy on Halloween. Let alone the fact that they have a Telegram that I suppose they give you the links to download these damn games. Then the other guy has a Discord. I am not joining that server because I have a feeling that that server has a lot of effed up things. And what's more concerning is that in the comments, he's giving out the names of these games. Then you have dumbasses defending him saying, well, it's not real. If you're someone who says that it's not real, you, my friend, are part of the EDP club. But back to the point, these people have been making these weird ass videos for years at this point. And it's not just like, oh, it was one game or two games. No, it's multiple games that they mention. Then they have a Telegram and a Discord server that they're probably giving out the links to these damn games. And just to put the cherry on the top of the cake, they don't get any backlash. How in the hell does someone who makes these type of videos doesn't get cancelled? That is just mind-blowing to me. And just by showing you some of the screenshots, yeah, these games are way worse than No Mercy. Sure, No Mercy is effed up, but these games are even more effed up. But no, somehow these people, they go under the radar. They're out here making multiple videos and promoting these games like it's nothing. They use hashtags, they use music, then they have everything. You're telling me that a video like this doesn't get that much attention or backlash? You can tell that it's completely stupid. But now on to the end.
No one gives a fuck about Yossi.
Conclusion. What have we learned? Well, we have learned that in Newgrounds, there's creators out there who make games based on and what's disturbing is that these games are demos. And if you want to play the full one, sign up to their Patreon to get exclusive access to their games. And it's not just a couple of games on Newgrounds, no. They have a full list of games. TikTok, well, we all know that the moderation on TikTok is complete shit. But you're telling me it's really that bad that there's people out here promoting games that feature But what's even more shocking is that these accounts don't get any backlash. And instead you have people defending them by using the argument it's not real. But back to the main topic of this video. Why did No Mercy get so much attention? Some of it was because of the premise, but most of it was because it was put on Steam. I have a feeling if this game would have been put on Newgrounds or Patreon or promoted by this bastard, 100% it would have not been acknowledged. But I have a feeling like if these games would have been promoted on Steam, they would have been cancelled years ago. But because they're not on Steam, no one gives a damn about them. It even got to a point where a venomous organization went Karen, caught a credit card company multiple times to force Steam and .io to remove NSFW games. Even for a while, they even put a statement saying that they were never pressured, but we all know damn well because of this Karen group, they were pressured. But what I find completely stupid that on Newgrounds, there's people out here making games, promoting them, and saying, oh, if you want to play the full version, go to my Patreon. And well, look at that. You can use MasterCard on Patreon. So the point of this video was to show how stupid people are at times. There's so much crap out there being shown to our faces that no one decides, well, to say anything. But one mistake happens, people go crazy. Now sure, there might be some people saying, well, do you expect everyone to be terminally online and looking for stuff like that? No, but my point is that I find it stupid that Steam, for doing this one mistake, gets so much backlash. But other platforms who have been doing this crap for years at this point don't get any attention. Yeah, you can see how stupid that is. Well, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed my pet talk, and see you in the next one. Hope you hated this one, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Like this retarded ass video, please put subscribe. And if you like to see more, yeah, I have nothing else. I just made this. Goodbye.